Hi, this is Isaiah Reports Football, and this is my reaction towards match day one so far for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And the games that I'm covering are Mexico 2-0 win against South Africa, South Korea 2-1 win against Czech Republic, and Canada 1-1 draw against Bosnia and Herzegovina. So let's begin. First off, with Mexico 2, South Africa 1-0. Uh, South Africa 0. Mexico were very dominant in this game. They totally deserved this win. I think 2-0 is the right result though, because not because South Africa were like in the game or anything, they were horrible. But Mexico, I don't feel like they could have. I don't feel like they even created enough chances. Except for those two goals. I'm trying to remember what they made like in terms of chance creation, but they were very clinical. Um, First goal is from his name is Quinones. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. His last name. He plays in Saudi League. I think he just became the top scorer in the Saudi League. So he's coming off some good form, and he was really the best player for Mexico in my opinion in terms of scoring the goal, his overall play and hard work, and he was putting himself out there by shooting, trying to shoot outside the box and stuff like that. And it wasn't a horrible shot either. So yeah, he really worked hard for Mexico. Um and then with Raul Jimenez making it 2-0, which is a very special moment for him because it's his first goal from in the World Cup, and it was a really nice, really good header. Um, Diving header, which made the game safe for Mexico because South Africa wasn't going to come back 2-0 down. And yeah, so credit to Mexico. I mean, I was hoping for South Africa to perform better because I wanted Mexico to lose, to be honest, with you viewers. But yeah, Mexico deserved to win. South Africa were awful. And regarding the referee, he was very strict. Like the first red card, I think was the first one where the South Africa defender uh um denied a goal scoring opportunity. That's a red card. But I felt like the one with the other South African player, I believe his name's Settle, and he was really awful in this game, and it was his World Cup debut. His performance was awful, and he also got a red card. And you could argue if it's not a red card if he didn't really mean it. He was just trying to run by the Mexican player, the Mexican midfielder, but he did his head. So for me, it's like I don't think he meant to intend on purpose or anything. I think it was an accident, but you should do better to avoid those type of things, in my opinion. And yeah, and then the third red card, but for Mexico is for Montez. Like Montez was kind of dumb because again it's another uh you know uh goal scoring opportunity. That's the reason why Montez got a red card. And for me, I think he should have allowed that South African player to just shoot it because you know, based on South Africa's performance, they're gonna miss or whatever because the whole South African team, especially Lyle Foster, who's their striker, was doing horrible passes and misplaced passes was awful. The only good moment, only moment, that South Africa did um was when I think it was their left back or something like did a cross and then that made the Mexican goalkeeper punch it out, but that kind of and then that was a mistake from the goalkeeper and South Africa could have crossed it in, but they failed to do that. And there's a other player when the manager of South Africa, Bros, I believe his name is, brought on some other player who did well. Actually, he was their only spark in their attack. He had a shot on target. Um, yeah, he was like, and I heard the commentator saying that it was like surprising that he wasn't starting, and I said that, and I agreed with that because he was their best player when he came on for South Africa. And yeah, Overall for Mexico, it's a great start for them as hosts. And then South Africa, this is horrible for them. Negative 2 goal difference. If they really want to be one of the best third place teams, you really want to have a respectable goal difference. So yeah. Next game is South Korea 2, Czech Republic 1. The first half was awful. It was really awful. It was boring. But in the second half, I was much better. Czech Republic got their goal from Krejci to make it 1-0, and it's from a long throw in. And I'm not surprised with that because that Czech Republic usually focus on set pieces and stuff like that. For to get goals and stuff because they're pretty physical, big team and stuff. So I was surprised that they got their goal. Um, for through a set piece or a long throw in. Um, Czech was disappointing. He had to come off. Or like get subbed off for their backup striker. Even though Czech is their best player, arguably. Um, yeah, he's basically their best player, especially in their attack. And he was poor. He was like quiet, quiet in the game. Sloch, I was expecting much more from him. So yeah, and then yeah, so that's regarding the Czech Republic. South Korea, they made it 1-1 through Hwang In-boom, who plays for Feyenoord, and it was really nice goal, nice chip over the goalkeeper of Czech Republic. And he had a really great performance outside of the goal. His performance was really good, dominating the midfield. He had a nice piece of skill as well, and so on. So he was really good in this game. And then South Korea made it 2-1 with Hyunju, or I believe that's how you say his name. He plays for Besiktas. He's a striker, and that goal really, highlights how he's kind of like a poacher in a way, where he was there in the right time and scored the tap in to make it 2-1. And yeah, and then afterwards, Czech Republic done. They made it 2-1 actually before the South Korea's winner, but Suchek was offside. And Suchek is such an awful player in this game. He was so awful for Czech Republic. Because I don't know if Czech Republic was relying on him to do like the progressive passes for them. And if so, it was a horrible idea because like his passes were so misplaced and stuff like that. Suchek is like a box crasher. If you want him to crash into the box and score a header, he's good for that. Or scoring off a set piece, which he did, but was offside. Um, and yeah, so it was overall it was a good game in the second half, especially. I was almost close with getting the prediction right, but I thought it was going to be 2-1 Czech Republic, but South Korea 2-1 instead. Um, Look, it's not over for Czech Republic. Um, they have to, as they have South Africa next game, so based on what South Africa produced against Mexico, Czech Republic should win because Czech Republic wasn't awful in this game. It was just, in my opinion, poor game management. Like at least just keep it 1-1. Don't let South Korea to make it 2-1 or something like that. So, but I think Czech Republic beats South Africa. And then we'll see what happens at the final match against Mexico for them. And in regards to South Korea, a really great win for them, getting the 3 points on the board. And with this performance, hopefully they could do something against Mexico. And yeah, and it's while Sun was not really that good for them, and they still won. So you have to keep that in mind as well. So yeah. And then final games so far is Canada 1, Bosnia 1. Uh, this game was very interesting. I felt like Bosnia, they made it 1-0 through a corner. And again, not surprised. They're kind of like Czech Republic, focuses on set pieces and stuff like that, physical side and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit more technical players in their team, but they're still reliant on set pieces. And then after they made it 1-0, they decided to defend and stuff like that very well. They were majority of the time they were defending really well, but once Canada and Jesse March brought on like the big strikers, especially Laren, he made it 1-1, and it's like a good target man, I guess, for them, especially breaking down a low block against Bosnia. So at least, I guess, for the Canada's perspective, they got a point at least without while not having Alfonso Davies for them. And yeah, so disappointingly, Bosnia couldn't hold out for the win. But yeah, um, it was a very tactical, very interesting tactical game. Um, yeah, so it's um again overall though disappointed that Canada got away with it. Because they weren't really creating anything, they were struggling to break down Bosnia. But once they brought on like a striker like Laren, who you could cross into the box, like as a target man, um, you know, he got the goal. And, yeah. So this is my reaction to Mexico versus South Korea, South not Mexico versus South Africa, South Korea versus Czech Republic, and Canada versus Bosnia. Um, hopefully you like this video and subscribe to this channel.